Good afternoon, everyone. With the record snow happening across the globe from Japan to Europe to the United States, where do you think this is? Morocco, as well as up to a foot of snow in the Sahara Desert. Lebanon, hailstorm never seen to this proportion before. Antarctica rocked by 30,000 tremors in 3 months, a 20x increase. And as we transit into Aquarius, a new star sign in the procession of the equinoxes. Our ancestors knew how important this was, and you need to ask yourself, with wind erosion on solid rock, how many cycles has this seen in northern Persia? As Americans seek economic protection after the most controversial election in U.S. history, year-to-date in 2020 alone, gold is up 30% and silver rising more than 50%. And now we're entering a new year facing economic realities of a global economic crisis caused by COVID and political reactions. Patriot Gold Group has the No Fee for Life IRA, where your IRA or 401k can be in physical gold or physical silver. And the knowledge that Patriot Gold Group is Consumer Affairs' top-rated gold IRA dealer 5 years in a row from 2016 to present. To find more information, the link's in the description box below. And now on with the video. In the wheels of time, the dials of the heavens, the procession of the equinoxes marches forward in its 26,000-year round trip, entering the age of Aquarius on the 21st of December 2020, the first second of the first minute of the first degree into the star sign Aquarius out of Pisces. And if we reverse the clock, halfway around the procession, we find Leo, which the Sphinx was facing during the same solstice. Does this mean we're repeating a 12,500-year cycle? Signs in the skies, the sun with little activity, putting out some of the largest solar flares ever recorded. And we look at the tremors of our planet electromagnetically changing. Antarctica rocked by 30,000 tremors in 3 months, a 20x increase. At the same time, these lineups moving from Earth to air in the astrological symbols and into a new star sign which is more energetic. So you would expect the planet, our solar system, and our sun to be more energetic. And energetic means faster moving, affecting the crust. I would believe volcanic activity is going to follow in short order, because something disturbing is happening right now with our jet streams pushing so much snow. And regardless of the depths and the record snows in the depths, one thing that kept being repeated again and again from Europe to India to Japan to the United States was how fast it was falling during the height of the storm. They have not seen this before, accumulations of up to 2 feet per hour. This is unprecedented, and the depths this early, shattering thousands and thousands of records across the Northern Hemisphere in these last 2 weeks. Looking at Japan, 7 feet of snow in just 2 days. They're going back more than 400 years in records looking for such snowfall totals. And when you see it across news media of the rescues happening, the outages, and the ferocity which this is unfolding, there's a single vein of similarity running through all of this. So in the Northeast U.S., looking at these images, and then I'll bring you over to Morocco, and it looks very similar just a couple of weeks prior. Jumping into the Sahara Desert, early, deep, up to 6 inches, some places deeper, 8 inches, blowing, drifting, both Morocco and Algeria. And we keep seeing such lexicon and verbiage in the news media of a beyond exceptional, unprecedented, unfathomable. This is not widely used vocabulary in news reports about snows in different areas in the Northern Hemisphere during winter, but something has just changed in our atmosphere. The amount of water holding in these storms that's turning into snow is one thing, but now in Beirut, in Lebanon, it's shifting into hail. Something like this is unprecedented as well. You have to go back thousands of years in time to find such deep hail events being recorded as events across the Middle East. And jumping over into the border region of India and Pakistan, coldest December 16th in recorded history, unprecedented snowstorms in Himachal Pradesh closing all routes in and out of the Himalaya, snows down into Kashmir and Jammu that exceed an entire season's snow totals in a single storm, but the same thing just happened in the United States and Japan and Europe a week prior. What is happening with our climate system? You might have to ask if it's more of a cycle versus an input from us. Because looking here in northern Iran, wind erosion is what's causing the scarring at the bottom of the solid rock. Our history is far longer and far more vast than scholars will choose to admit to us. How many cycles has this seen, come and gone through? Changes of kingdoms, societies, rulers, yet it still stands. And looking back through our antiquity, everything was focused on the sun. The great temples were dedicated to watching the procession of the equinoxes as we transited through, knowing that each individual star sign has a different energetic effect on our planet, our realm, our sphere. We're shifting again, but did you notice Leo once again in focus on the procession? The shadow cast toward the new Aquarian energy, a full 180 degrees opposite of Leo, 11,800 years to 12,500 years prior construction dates of the Sphinx. And we're heading straight into the same winter solstice that marks a change, a vast change in energy. Are we on the wheel of a reset? Perhaps that's why governments are behaving the way they are currently. The distraction, whilst supplies are moved in mass, and when you see supply shortages, it's blamed on something else. Because where we're going in the transition, self-sufficiency, food independence, and self-reliance should be the mind frame moving forward. It will have to be as we form our communities with central systems breaking down until they re-emerge intact. Time unknown. My Patriot Supply and Adapt 2030, the 2-week or the 4-week emergency food supply, 25-year shelf life, and an average of 2,000 calories per day, per person. The link's in the description box below. It's a great way to support the channel so I can bring you more information and research just like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.